Hello guys, welcome to my new video today. I'll talk about the module named web browser, but before that I'll just introduce myself. I'm Ali from 964 Programming and you're viewing Eddie Star 964. Okay, let's begin. So, the thing is that I will just introduce you about the web browser. You will just have the basic idea what does the web browser do at the end of this video. So, it's a built-in module, so I'm straight to the point. I'll forward there. I'm just gonna import it. Let me just say like import web browser. Okay. So I'm importing the web browser as it's a built-in module, and if your Python has some errors, this will load up into an error. So let me just build this thing. You will see that I have finished without an error. That means it's already in my Python. So in case you don't get this, just comment down. I'll just report the issue in my comment section in YouTube. Okay. So now you want to open something from web browser. As its name says, we can just do some playings with the web browser. So we'll say web browser dot open, and we can open as some link address there, https like that, www.google.com. Let me just say that. Okay, I just messed everything up. So I'm saying that I'll just open web browser. Okay, by default it will open your default web browser, which is configured in your settings. You can just go for default apps, I believe, or default, yeah, these things. You can just go into there and just set up your favorite browser from there. Okay, so and here my default browser is actually Chrome. Let me just close it so you guys can see it in crystal clear mode. So I'm just gonna build this file, and you see it automatically opens me a new tab there, a new window for my default web browser, which is Chrome. Okay, so now we know that thing is it actually does whatever you say to it, like bang control B, which is building my file, and that will open bang. Okay, so you know what, I can just try with this thing there. HTTPS colon slash slash is actually not important. You can just put out this domain too, because they actually own this domain too. So let me just build that thing up. You see that they will just redirect me to the bank page again. So another thing is that what if my Chrome is already open? Okay, that will open me bank my requested URL in another page. Okay, so it too has another attributes other than open. That's attribute new. Sorry, open new. So that means that it will open this requested URL in a new window for Chrome if it is actually open, or actually if there is supposed one window there. Let me just say like Chrome. I have two windows here. Okay. So suppose I am in this window and currently I don't have this window activated, and then I'm just doing some random thing there, and if it is possible, what it will do is that it will again create a new window there. Okay, not close all windows. Let me just close one of the windows. Okay, so now open new, and then sometimes not to get distracted you can just put this attribute open new tab. So if something's going on there, you can just put this attribute, so to be safe you just open that thing in the same window but in a different tab. And it's a new version for web browser, so I'm not just trying this thing because the open has all of these models. But if you're interested in some specific things there, you can just use those two attributes. And something special I do have is, yeah, you might not believe this, but this actually two opens application there. So you just want to specify the path here, your path to your application, and then your application's name. In this case, it's cmd.exe, which is in this path. Okay, so now if I put Control V building it, it will just open CMD with this path specified. Okay, so that's amazing, right? Not only web browser, but it can open your system files. Okay. Another thing is that with web browser, how do you search? Like search in YouTube, search in Google. Let me just show you how to search in YouTube first, okay? Yeah, so I'm actually in my YouTube without signing in, for some personal security. And you know what happens is, suppose I go for search bar, and then in there I just search for, suppose, programming, okay? Programming, I guess. And I'll just put a search thing there, enter key, and you will get all these things there, okay? So the thing is that what does YouTube do is, when we are actually in default by www.youtube.com, that's the domain of the YouTube, and then when we search something there in the search bar by clicking enter at the last, it just adds this thing, results question mark search query equals, and then this programming is actually the thing we search for. So what to do is that we can do the same thing if you're just guessing that thing. Let me just, for security, just put that thing https www.youtube.com, okay, and then a slash there, if you remember, results, question mark, search query, yeah, and then we can say that we want to put search query equals, and then we're going to put our input. So suppose I'm going to say programming, I guess, okay, because if I want to search for programming thing, it will search for programming as you saw here, like not here, I guess here, okay. So it said that we are just searching for programming. When we remove that thing, it takes us back, okay. So what does this say? That if you search anything, it will just add this URL bar, results question mark search query equals, and then this programming will be, you know um let me just say, like, your input, okay. So never to search this, I just said your input, okay. So this thing will be added there, and then that will be equal to your input, whatever you type in there, okay. So wait a minute, yeah. So what we can do here is that I want to search for programming. Let me just say, like, I want to search for Python, okay. Let me just search for Python, Control B. That will just search for Python there, and let's check. Yo, we actually got Python here. And another thing I don't want to tell you guys is that, when you go for searching um, programming for beginners, you see here that it just does the same thing, but this time it's more than one word. So it will just say programming, first word plus second word plus third word. So first, second, and third word, okay. So it will say programming plus, for separating those things, it will say programming plus for plus beginners. Well, what if you were to write here programming, like programming for beginners, without that plus sign. Let it just say enter, and it does the same thing. And now instead of that plus sign, it gives you person 20 and person 30. So you see that it's actually possible to do that without giving that plus sign there. So if I say Python, let me just say, like, programming, I can just search in anything there, like programming, and Control B, it will just take me towards Python programming, which is now also person 20. Okay, so that was actually amazing. and you can just try on this thing. Like YouTube has this thing for search results question mark search query equals. Then you can also do the same thing for Google, Bing, and all. You can just try testing it. I'm just leaving upon you. So if you like this video, just don't forget to hit the like button and smash the subscribe button. Thank you.